Hey, my name is Ryan Strobel with Fire Nice Games. And March 28th, 2025, I get to do the first ever Folsom State Prison tournament inside the legendary Greystone Cathedral. So about 4 to 5 months ago, I was reached out to by the associate warden of Folsom Prison saying he had a pretty cool opportunity for me. He asked me to please hear him out. He was saying how much he loved what I'm doing in the community and Fire Nice is doing. He said he was a frequent customer. He would come in, pop in. He said he was a retro gamer nerd and he wanted something like this inside the prison. It took a few months to get everything coordinated. We have two 64-person tournaments for the inmates, Mario Kart 64, and the other one is Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And then we brought up a lot of free play stuff so people could play games and just have a good time and just get lost in video games. Kind of like when I did when I was a child, when I was going through some of my traumas. Honestly, I've been waiting for this day for 2 to 3 months. I'm excited for sure. Nervous a little bit, but it's more about just respecting the situation I'm in. Like I said, I'm here to add value, and I just want it to be perfect for those guys, honestly. I know I might feel differently tomorrow morning when I walk through those gates, but I'm excited no matter what, and yeah, I'm just ready to do this.
We arrived bright and early to Folsom at 6 a.m. so we can get our gear all checked in. Chief Deputy Warden Soriano met us there just as early to help us through security.
Here we go, guys. Making history for the first time video game tournament in Folsom State Prison. Very excited, super nervous. Just hope everyone appreciates what we're doing, trying to add value here, some sense of normalcy. And yeah, here we go. The legendary gates. Oh, we're going in. Good morning. Much love to Soriano for reaching out to me to make this happen. I had the pleasure of bringing my staff and my wife to see 2 tours here. And this place is so historic. Folsom Prison is the only prison with 3 walls. The 4th wall is the American River. Obviously there's gates to keep them from that, but that's a pretty cool fact. The O&G Office and Guards building, all that old granite. This is where Soriano's office is as well. We'll see it from the front. It's an amazing building. This place is beautiful. When you think prison, you don't think of beauty, but this place has so much beauty from the walls to the scenery. If we turn around and just look at all the hills, it's gorgeous, man. This is a legendary gate. This is the West Gate in Folsom Prison. In 1932 or 1930-ish, Warden Larkin lost his life, and I believe 2 other guards here. There was a riot in the prison, and the warden was about his stuff. He wasn't going to let them escape because there's only 3 walls. That is the American River. They wanted to let him through, and they told his guards, no, they'll have to kill me. And yeah, so that's pretty crazy stuff.
After some security checks, we made our way to the main yard. The original plan was to get out there and get to the chapel before the first wave of people were let out in the morning. But by the time we got there, the yard was already packed.
Apologize. Hello. Morning. Morning, fellas. Morning. So this is where we're doing it, the Greystone Chapel, legendary. I think it said it was built in 1903. I'm so excited, let's do this.
Folsom Prison was opened in 1880, but its construction was authorized by California legislature all the way back in 1858. The Greystone Chapel, where we were hosting our event today, was constructed in 1903. Alongside functioning as a church for religious practices, the Greystone Chapel also featured movie showings as a theater, and later on in the 1930s became the site of a 12 by 21 foot replica of Da Vinci's Last Supper. It was painted by incarcerated Hollywood set designer Ralph Pacor, who served time in Folsom Prison for manslaughter.
But yeah, this is our playground. We're about to go get all the equipment, get it set up, because time is important right now, and yeah, excited.
We had already brought everything by to store on Folsom Prison grounds the day prior, so thankfully the hardest part was already done. We got some help from the staff and even some of the inmates in lugging everything through the yard to the Greystone Chapel, but we were on a strict timeline to get everything ready for our participants. From here on out, our main job was to set up the chapel with all the monitors and systems. We spent about 2 hours getting all our equipment set up. We brought roughly 20 consoles and monitors to make sure we had ample time to finish our brackets. Once we had everything ready to go, it was time to let our players in for the day.
Y'all ready? Very good, very good. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, guys.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Fire and Ice for putting this on for us. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank Folsom Prison and the staff as well. Like I was telling them earlier, man, we all come from traumas. Like to me, like this is about having fun and just escaping our traumas that, like I said, we all go through different levels of it, but we all go through that same shit. So I appreciate you.
We actually have something here for you both. If you want to step up, he actually made this in 3 days for you.
Oh my God.
Matt Frex asked me to do a painting here for you. Did it 3 days. Still want to do a little bit more to it, but in 3 days, knocked it out for you. So
That is absolutely beautiful, man. I was bragging about all the mural work that when I was walking through and seeing you guys paint and stuff like that. Check this out. Oh my God, this is going behind my desk. I appreciate you guys so freaking much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's.
3 times or up to 3 times. We'll go from there. We'll adjust the Mario Kart to start. So
Can you put that up there, man? Let's go, man. We made it, man. Isn't this amazing? The first ever video game tournament in Folsom State Prison. And look at everyone just enjoying themselves. Right now, they're not thinking about their cells and what's going on in prison. They're escaping. They're going back to their childhood. They're going back to their teenage years where they're playing with their best friends, their family members and stuff like that. Everyone in here is just having a blast. And honestly, my heart is so full right now. I got an amazing piece of art they made for me. In 3 days, they knocked it out. I don't know, they're showing so much love, and I don't know, it's an unbelievable day. This man is absolutely so talented. Before we even started everything today, we were kind of doing our announcement and stuff, and I didn't know they were doing this, and in 3 days, he decided to make me a gift, and the dude got so much skills. This is amazing, but he was saying, like, I wish I had more than 3 days because I want to show you what I'm really about. And this is already absolutely amazing. Let me show you some of his work. And this is copies of the work, so not the actual photographs. So you could obviously, when you make copies, it kind of like brings the quality down a little bit. But this dude is so freaking talented, man. Look at the straight skills. This is ballpoint pen. How can you make anything look good with ballpoint pen? This guy's absolutely amazing, man. Yeah, I'm just absolutely grateful for what you've done. Can you tell you a little bit of your experience, like doing art? Like how long have you been doing art for? Because you weren't originally this kind of artist, right?
No, I was doing mainly airbrushing out when I was out on the streets. I started airbrushing in 1986, and I've pretty much been freelancing since about 1988.
Okay.
When I got incarcerated here in 2006, I had to retrain myself to draw again because those are the only sources we have is pencil, ballpoint, pen. But here at Folsom, they started picking up more art programs, and I started doing some more stuff here. Started doing murals on the walls, albeit by hand. It takes a bit longer, but
for sure.
I had to pick up the method and relearn how to use acrylics with hand brush.
Because you were telling me too, you were doing like 3-story buildings at one time, and
I was doing wall murals. I was getting pretty well known doing my wall murals right before I came in. I utilized the airbrush because it was so fast, and I was able to do all kinds of work that I was so proficient I could make it look pretty much photorealistic or hyper-realistic at that time.
I appreciate you for your time, man. What do you think of the event so far?
Oh, hey, this is great. It gets us out of here for the time being. Anything like this for us is a reprieve from our day-to-day life, and I appreciate you as
course,
well.
man.
And any events like this that we can do for guys, especially guys that have been down for a long time, just to get them used to speaking with people in the public, it helps people exponentially in their reintegration into society.
The first tournament, Mario Kart 64, lasted around 2.5 hours before we finally arrived at the grand finals. The format was 1 versus 1 races, all best of 3 rounds with the exception of a best of 5 grand finals. It was single elimination, so once you lose, you're out. We started off our finals on Frapp Snowland and moved into Bowser's Castle after a tight race. Gibbs, playing Peach, swiftly moved up 2-0, and his opponent Saxon Curl selected Banshee Boardwalk for Game 3, but was ultimately beaten out 3-0 despite his impressive run up to the finals.
So we got right here second place. This guy was killing it the whole tournament. What this tournament and what does it mean to you, man?
It means a lot to me because I grew up a gamer,
Yeah.
and I have a son at home that's a gamer, and I can't wait to talk to him and tell him his father came in second place.
Hell yeah.
After 20-something years, I still got it, son.
Out of 64 players, man.
Out of 64 players,
Yeah.
number 2.
Yep. So number 1 to me, too, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you killed. So our grand winner, number 1 right here, he was out there killing it. He had to slide down a little bit.
Yeah, no, that just brought me back to my childhood and playing in college and stuff, so it was a lot of fun. We heard about this a while ago. We've been waiting for this for a while, so it was really fun. Really enjoyed it.
You're saying college and stuff like that. Like, what Mario Kart did you play?
Oh, I played 64. When I found out it was 64, I was really excited. I played baseball in college, but at the baseball house we had Mario Kart set up on 64, so
Love that.
it was anytime we had downtime between classes, we'd play this, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you were fire out there, man. Way to kill it, dude.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
All our players were great sports in both victory and defeat.
We're about halfway through our tournaments today. We already got our Mario Kart winner. Right now we're going after the Street Fighter tournament, and I'm with a very special person. What made you reach out to us? Like, how do you even find me?
Well, I'm familiar with retro video games. I'm a collector. I love video games, and I know the department's push to go with a California model and a normalcy within the prison walls helps with rehabilitation. I was thinking of something outside of the box that we can do, and I thought bringing video games in here would be something that was beneficial, especially for those of our incarcerated population who are doing well inside, on a pathway to do good things and do something better. So this is kind of like an incentive for them to continue that path and allow them to participate in something that's never been done. And who doesn't love video games?
Exactly.
And me personally, I know about your store. I visited it before, and your store is probably the best video game store that I've been to in all of California. Not just
that,
northern, and I was like, hey, if I'm gonna ask somebody, I'm gonna shoot big.
I love it, man.
So I reached out to you, shot you an email, seeing if you would want to be involved, and you responded. And you said absolutely, and then we met.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, he reached out and asked about an idea of doing a tournament in Folsom Prison, and I was like Johnny Cash, hell yes, sign me up. I was excited from day one, but I was also building a second store, getting a lot of things going, so it got pushed back a couple of months, and we were finally able to do it. I legit got 60 to 90 minutes of sleep last night because I didn't know how it would be received and how much people would love it, and it's been absolutely amazing. Legit, I don't see one person upset, disappointed, mad they lost. They're just happy to get out, get lost in this world of video games, and then just enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's something also beneficial, not just for our population with in the prison, but also our staff were able to come down here and participate and get involved in a little bit of one-on-one competition with each other, even with some of the incarcerated.
Yeah.
So video games is one of those things that's it's fun to compete in, and it provides a safe environment for that.
Yeah, I forgot to say that. Yeah, the staff have been absolutely amazing. They're getting so much enjoyment watching them play and stuff like that. So it's absolutely crazy. I don't know. It's just, I'm blown away today. This whole experience has legit blown me away, and I'm just excited to keep doing it for you guys.
I'm thankful to you and your team. for just coming in here and be willing to facilitate this.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're a state agency, you know, we don't have a lot of money to give to these things. And for you to, you know, sacrifice your time and your equipment and bring that in here and allow them to play on it, you know, man, that's huge. That goes a long ways for all these guys. And I've had a good conversations with our population, with our staff, and they are just amazed at what you guys put together.
That means a lot to me, man.
Yeah.
I got so much love for you, brother. Thanks for bringing me along with this adventure with you.
Yeah.
And I'm just super grateful, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of your passion with gaming and like your first memories with games and stuff.
So my very first game I ever played was Mario Brothers.
Yep.
And then we had that one. We had the Duck Hunt one on Nintendo. Then we moved on through all the different consoles coming up, because I have older brothers, so they would buy everything. Xbox, once Xbox came out, I was all in on it. I stayed up one night playing Halo 2 just to beat it. My wife was a little mad, but you know,
For sure.
I couldn't.
We've all been there.
I couldn't put it down. I had to beat it. Now my son's a gamer. He played in the E-League, and he's always telling me, Dad, I'm gonna beat you. I tell him, no, son, the reason you're a gamer is because of me. He said, yeah, but my resume has been I've been building it up compared to you, where you're stagnant now. I said, so it will be no competition. And I laugh, because that's a bond that I get to have with my son in regards to games. And, you know, games just allow us all to be little kids. In this environment right here, we're having this experience. Imagine what that's going to do to them in the future.
100%. I love that planting the seed, because that's what it is about. Doesn't mean it's going to grow overnight or whatever. Just plant it, keep watering it, keep nurturing that kind of stuff. Luckily, we have people like Soriano that like follows this stuff. He's a retro gamer nerd, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad he found me, and I'm glad I made an impact on him to even think about it. I need healing too, and this kind of stuff that heals me, man.
Yeah.
This is, if all these guys get to go back and just think about the day that they just had, like, how powerful is that?
There's a lot of positive things happening within CDC. You know, Folsom, I feel like we kind of get overlooked. For me, I'm fortunate. I get to meet people like you and have experiences that are transformational,
for sure.
Right? Because it's having these experiences, these normal experiences that, you know, get you from just being someone who's changed a little to somebody who's really transformed, you know? And so, like, you know, I think about gaming, I think about when my mom saved up money over time, and she got us a Sega Genesis for Christmas.
Yeah.
We weren't well off growing up, but I know my mom, she worked hard to give us that, you know, and when I think about my past, those are the things I think about, you know, the good stuff.
Yeah.
Highlighting the good stuff. I mean, you know, people think, oh, they're just video games, but nah, it's more than that, right? It's a childhood imagination, you know, just the ability to dream.
Yep.
And it kind of taps into like your potential growing up, like, you know, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You know, you have a lot of other guys that, you know, they need this. They need to be reminded of that point in their life when everything was magical, you know, so that they can build on it and they can remember, well, you know, maybe they start thinking, well, I mean, where did I go wrong?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. And that's the way, like I told you in there, and even more so now after doing it, this isn't just for like some kind of exposure or anything like that. It's more about, this is fulfilling me. This gives me peace. I get to go home and sleep at night because I knew I added value to your guys' life, man. Seeing you get emotional earlier and stuff, man, that shit's powerful. And I just want to be a brother to you guys and like start doing work out there, see what I could do to even add more value to this place, because I just want to be a part of it, man. So I thank you too. Thank you for opening up your heart to me, a complete stranger. So
yeah, you know what, I ever since that first meeting, honestly, we didn't feel like you were a stranger, you know, kindred spirit all the way, you know, someone who had a rough start to life and is overcome, you know, and hasn't forgot about, you know, where he came from and the people that are out there going through the same stuff, you know.
I appreciate it,
It's
man.
easy to forget about somebody in prison, you know, it's easy to forget, you know, that this person can still turn their life around. I feel like everything that I've ever learned since I've been incarcerated, I've been using it and giving it back, whether it's starting a guitar class for beginners, being part of the poetry committee here at Folsom, being in on projects like this. That's what it's about, you know, and it's, you know, in our personal life, you know, reaching out to people, you know, not just your homies, but just everyone and trying to lift them up. My best friend, man, he did about 15 years. His name was Emmanuel Warden. He got out and he passed away, you know, and the first thing that hit me was like, you know, you should have been a better friend, you know? You shouldn't have never been a negative influence, you know? And so it's like, how can I be a positive influence all day, every day, and in everything that I do, you know? And that was one of the things that happened that shaped me, that really got me to turn around, get me on the path where I'm at, you know, where you want to give back. It's not even a duty, it's just something that you take joy in.
For sure, man.
You know, and I feel like me and you, like, we're on that same wavelength, you know?
I love that.
I feel like I'm fortunate to where I'm at in my life, to be in this prison, you know, and to be on things like this, because I know it's preparing me for what comes next.
We then moved into our Street Fighter 2 Turbo bracket. SF2 ran a lot quicker than Mario Kart due to its fast rounds. We had picked this game specifically because of that. An earlier finish meant more free play for our competitors, and we were hoping to see some players return to their fighting game roots with this title. The competition didn't disappoint, and we rapidly approached our top cut. Miranda and Lei had a long history on the sticks and were looking basically untouchable for grands. Lei, playing Ryu and Bison, made quick work of Miranda's Vega, forcing him to switch in the third game to Blanca. But Lei surprised us with a mirror match and beat Miranda with his own counter pick, ending the tournament and taking home first place.
So we just wrapped up with our Street Fighter 2 tournament. These guys absolutely destroyed it. It was a good battle. Both these guys played multiple characters. And yeah, man, how do you feel? What do you think about this tournament that we ran?
The tournament was great. I mean, it took us back to when we were kids. I remember growing up playing these games.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much like riding a bike.
For sure. Did you play back in the arcades or mostly at home?
Arcades, at home, you know, anywhere I get. You know.
Putting those quarters up like I got next? Yep, you remember those?
Yeah, I definitely remember those.
For sure. You were nasty, man. I seen you. You're fast as hell. Great job and congratulations.
Thank you.
And you were amazing too, man. This guy was just on another level. Where did you play the Street Fighters at?
I started in Groveland, California.
Yeah?
And that is a town of like 1,500 people back then.
Okay, okay.
All my allowance went to Street Fighter 2 and the only arcade in the little town.
Yeah, your Vega was absolutely crazy. Your Vega was nasty. One thing, what do you do here? I'm super impressed by you. I went on the tour with you.
Yes.
And they're like the #1 Braille people like in the world, or at least the United States. And this guy does amazing work.
I'm the lead ambassador for the PIA blind project up in PIA.
Yeah.
And we produce Braille for people that can't see.
Yeah, so we got to go to do the whole tour. They did something never been done before at Sac State, right?
We had a map that we transposed Braille over the actual map for the campus here at Sac State.
Yeah.
And it's something that is exclusive here to PIA and our shop, our people. We take a lot of pride in it. It's one of our show-offs when we have all the tours in.
Yeah.
And people come just to see that sometimes.
When I got to do these 2 tours, I think a lot of people don't realize and forget that there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of skill inside these walls. And the fact that they get to give back and get some fulfillment and do some of those things with all the programs I offer is absolutely awesome. We were up there and you could just tell like he was so prideful at what he does. And so I just really appreciate you guys. Thanks for accepting us in here to just bring some normalcy and have some fun with you guys.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
After both of our tournaments had finished up, everyone had another 2 hours or so of free play before we had to pack up and leave. We thankfully had a lot of help from both Folsom staff and our participants, so we were able to get everything loaded up and shuttled back off the grounds in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah, man, I can't believe it's been 24 hours since we done this exactly, and I really wanted to give it a day to really just process and soak in everything that happened. Honestly, of everything I've ever done in my life, like I tell people, like all the accomplishments that we've done, all the success lately, it's nothing compared to making an impact on people's lives. And just to see these guys looking like they were, teenagers, young kids again, was just special. They're smiling, they're laughing. Why they're in there didn't matter. It was more about nostalgia, living in the moment, escaping something for a little while. And the sportsmanship, can I say wow? Like, honestly, like we run events all the time, especially Alma. You run these special events all the time, and I've never seen such high sportsmanship. No one was a sore loser, no one was getting upset with each other. They were smiling, like hugging it out and just like, giving each other love. And it was just, it was just so special, man. Man, there was so many standout moments that were very special to me. One is my wife don't play video games at all. She supports me and stuff like that. She's a career woman, and video games ain't a big part of her life at all. But she was sitting there with people, and they were teaching her games and interacting with her, and she was just having a blast. We have great pictures of her just really enjoying and soaking the moment, and that meant the world to me to see that. Another core memory that I'll have is you, man, Alma. Like, I really appreciate you, what you did for us. Like, not one time did I have to worry about like what was going on in the tournament. I was able to make the connections, have the conversations, have the deep talks, and just, you absolutely nailed it. They were so grateful for you. You were comfortable in there, and that you absolutely killed it. So thank you so much. When I walked out of the gates, and the gate shut when we were just about to load everything up, tears started coming down my face. I started crying, man, and my wife's like, "Why are you? What's wrong? Why are you sad?" And I felt like I was leaving. Felt like I was leaving friends behind. That people make mistakes, and they spent their time, and man, they spending their time in there. And I really believe in rehabilitation and people changing. This morning I woke up, took a shower, and again I was tearing up in the shower, and my wife's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, I just built some great relationships in there, and I feel for people, man. I'm an empathetic person, and I just want to keep adding value to people's lives wherever I can. It's not just in the store, it's not just video games. I want to see how much impact I can make on this life. To me, we live one life, but just the impact we could have on people's lives. Who thought a hobby store, of all things, can go into prison and just change the lives of people for 6 to 8 hours? So I don't know if anything will ever top it. I'm excited to do more of these. I can't wait to see more men. I hope the leaders in there get to do most of these, because, like I said, I'm having deep relationships with a lot of those guys, and they care about this thing. So I hope they get to do many of them. That makes sense. But to close this up, it was a great event. Everyone had a great time, and I'm now realizing we're living in a time where the world's kind of at odds. Social media going crazy. It's obviously here for the long term, and everyone has opinions and thoughts, and there's gonna be opinions like, why did I go in here and do that? Why would I give these guys something to look forward to? And I beg to differ. Like, we don't know why people are in there. We know why some people are in there. Of course, you could look into it, but some of these guys are super educated, and even ones that went in, spent 10, 15, 20 years without education, are super educated now. I don't know. It's special what they're doing in Folsom. The programs are great. I heard they're getting some cut back, which makes me sad. And I hope people that are watching in or tuning in see the impact that was made, and maybe want to make an impact in other people's lives. If there's something that's really bugging you or a difference you want to make, just make that first move. Start. That's how this started. I just want to thank Folsom, my team, and everyone who was involved. It takes one idea to spark the mind of something that could change the life of one person. Who knows, you might change the world. So just get out there and make an impact. Enjoy what you do, follow your passions, and this kind of stuff could happen. So from the bottom of my heart, I'm forever grateful, thankful for this opportunity. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the film.